How's it going, everyone? It's Tyagara, back with another episode of Ooh 3D 3-Heart Run. In the last episode, we did some side questing across Hyrule using our newfound boomerang, and afterwards we delivered our shiny rock collection to its final resting place. Doing so opened the door of time and revealed a path forward to us. This time, well, what else can we do but head on forward? Inside this long corridor leading to an interesting set of stairs. My goodness, Navi, what do we have here? Link, isn't that? Oh, it's the Monado, guys. Nah, I'm just kidding. It looks nothing like the Monado, but it's another legendary blade that I'm a big fan of. It's that legendary blade. The Master Sword. Alright, well, what do you say we climb up these stairs, give it a tug, and see if we can pull it out of that pedestal? Wait, why is my B button already the Master Sword? I haven't even pulled it out yet! What the hell is happening?! Excellent work. As I thought. You held the keys to the door of time. You have led me to the gates of the sacred realm. Yes, I owe it all to you, kid. I didn't want to talk over Ganondorf's awesome laugh there. I'm a huge fan of that. Link. Wake up, Link, the chosen one. Some trip. Where am I? Last thing I remember, yanking the sword real hard. Who's this? Guys, this right here is one of my favorite locations in any video game ever. It's a lot like, you know, Rosalina's Comet Observatory in Mario Galaxy, where, like, if it were a real place, I'd want to just chill out here. Because it's so peaceful, so serene, so otherworldly. And here we have Rauru, one of the ancient sages. Ages ago, we ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect the entrance to the sacred realm. This is the Chamber of Sages inside the Temple of Light. The Temple of Light, situated in the very center of the sacred realm, is the last stronghold against Ganondorf's evil forces. The Master Sword, the evil-destroying sword that you pulled out of the pedestal of time, was the final key to the sacred realm. Link, don't be alarmed. Look at yourself. And here we have the best design for Link in the series, in my opinion. Adult Hero of Time Link is the quintessential Link, if you ask me. No disrespect to Breath of the Wild Link or Twilight Princess Link or even Toon Link, but this right here is my Link. Look, Link, you're big now. You're all grown up, just like Doc Ock says. The Master Sword is a sacred blade that evil ones may never touch. Only one worthy of the title of Hero of Time can pull it from the pedestal of time. However, you were too young to be the Hero of Time. Therefore, your spirit was sealed here for 7 years. And now that you are old enough, the time has come for you to awaken as the Hero of Time. Well, do you understand your destiny? Yeah! Alright, let's do it. But remember, though you opened the door of time in the name of peace, Ganondorf, the Gerudo King of Thieves, not the Sea of Thieves, used it to enter this forbidden sacred realm. He obtained the Triforce from the Temple of Light, and with its power, he became the King of Evil. Its evil power radiated from the temples of Hyrule, and in 7 short years, it transformed Hyrule into a world of monsters. My power now has only little influence even in this sacred realm. Namely, this Chamber of Sages. But there is still hope. The power of the sages remains. When the power of all the sages is awakened, Sage's seal will contain all the evil power in the void of the realm. I, Rauru, am one of the sages, and your power to fight together with the sages makes you the Hero of Time. The Hero of Time, chosen by the Master Sword. Cool. My name's still legendary. He said it twice. Keep my spirit with you. Bind the power of the other sages and add their might to your own. You got it, buddy. I wonder if we know any of the sages already. That'd be pretty cool, don't you think? Very convenient, too. Imagine if all your best childhood friends were sages and you were a legendary hero. But here we have a cool shiny coin. That's right, guys. No more cool rock collecting. Now we're collecting shiny coins instead. You receive the Light Medallion. Rauru the Sage adds his power to yours. Find the other sages and save Hyrule. Well, we could do that, but there's a couple things we're gonna want to do first real quick after this cutscene ends. Also, did you see the spiritual stones over there in the Black Void? That's pretty cool. But here we are, back in the Temple of Time, and we're all grown up. God, it's like that movie Big with Tom Hanks, you know? Except instead of turning to like a 30-year-old, he turns into a 16-year-old. Link, we're back in the Temple of Time. But have 7 years really passed? It looks like you won't be able to use some of the weapons you found as a kid anymore. Let's get out of here. You got it. Get moving. Check our surroundings real quick, walking nice and slow. Oh hey, that one character from Smash Bros. I've been waiting for you, Hero of Time. When evil rules all, an awakening voice from the sacred realm will call those destined to be sages who dwell in the 5 temples. One in a deep forest, one on a high mountain, one under a vast lake, one within the House of the Dead, one inside a goddess of the sand. What does that mean? Together with the Hero of Time, the awakened ones will bind the evil and return the light of peace to the world. This is the legend of the temples passed down by my people, the Sheikah. I am Sheik, survivor of the Sheikah. As I see you standing there holding the mythical Master Sword, you really do look like the legendary Hero of Time. Hang on, are you saying there's another Hero of Time that existed before me? That's not in the Zelda timeline. I gotta go whip out the Hyrule Historia real quick. If you believe the legend, you have no choice. You must look for the 5 temples and awaken the 5 sages. One sage is waiting for the time of awakening in the Forest Temple. The sage is a girl, I am sure you know. Because of the evil power in the temple, she cannot hear the awakening call from the sacred realm. Unfortunately, equipped as you currently are, you cannot even enter the temple. But if you believe what I'm saying, you should head to Kakariko Village. You understand, Link? Yeah, I think so. I don't know why I should trust you. So real quick, we're gonna wipe out our items. As you can see, some of the items we used as a kid are inaccessible, such as the slingshot, the magic beans, Zelda's letter, Deku sticks, and my favorite item of all, the boomerang. So for now, we're just gonna equip bombs, Deku seeds, Din's fire, and also that fairy in a bottle because I want to show you guys me disposing of it because we are not going to be using it in this playthrough. I don't care if I die, which I won't, mind you. And if I do, I'll come back and be like, whoops. But anyway, just to let you know, I am not using that. So don't you worry. Without further ado, let's head on to Kakariko Village and look for the treasure that Sheik was telling us about. Also, my god, it feels so good to hear this guy's voice again. I don't know. I'm just super nostalgic for adult Ocarina of Time Link's voice. There's just something about it that just hits right, you know? Like, I loved his voice in Melee, and, you know, I played this game so much growing up that it's just one of those voices that really resonates with me. Anyway, here we have one of the most terrifying enemies in the series, Redeads. Now, of course, if you stand too close to them when they scream, you freeze in terror, and then they run up to you, or rather walk up very slowly to you, latch onto you, and slowly suck the life out of you. So those are called Redeads. Now, they latch onto you, and they sap you of your health, and it's really disturbing, so I'm just gonna try to avoid that. So, try to avoid that. Anyway, as you can see, the skies are all messed up here in Hyrule Field, which is rather jarring considering the upbeat music's still playing, but if you step like 10 feet away from the entrance to Castletown, it goes back to normal, and I just fell in the river. I meant to do that, guys. Anyway, we're gonna swim against the current upstream real quick. Don't mind me. Oh my. Alright, now let's head up the staircase. The ring around Death Mountain is now a burning ring of fire. I'm sorry, I had to. I love that song. There's this guy at the Saturday night karaoke I usually go to, and he always sings Ring of Fire, and he does a pretty good Johnny Cash impression. But anyway, here we are in Kakariko Village once again, and as you can see, the skies are all dark because, I assume it has something to do with the burning Ring of Fire around Death Mountain. But no, as Rauru said, Hyrule's been cursed and now it's a world of monsters, but we can liberate it by beating the 5 temples. Here we have the Kuko lady. She's all grown up too. Well, she looks the exact same as she did back in the child time. But we're gonna head to the Kakariko graveyard and visit an old friend of ours. Rather, pay our respects to him. Do you guys remember Dompe the Gravekeeper? Well, I regret to inform you. Hold on a second. This right here is a Poe. It's a new enemy. Now, they usually take, I want to say like 2 sword slashes to kill. Of course, you can speed that up with a jump slash. Kind of like a Boo, you want to look away from it, I believe, to get it to reveal itself to you. And when you kill it, I don't have any ranged weapons, sadly. Its spirit will shatter from that lantern it was carrying. You defeated a Poe. Do you want to catch the ghost in the bottle? So you can. And doing so, if you drink its soul, for lack of a better word, you will... How do I put this? You will either take damage or just heal entirely. Anyway, here we have a piece of heart. If you need that, there's your way of getting it. That's why you have to plant the magic beans as a kid. As you can see, they grew into these magical levitating leaf platforms. What you want to do is stand behind this grave with the flowers and pull on it. And as you can see, there is a way down, kind of like where we got this Hylian shield 7 years prior. And here we have Dampé. He has passed on, sadly, within the 7 years. Hey, young man, are you fast on your feet? I may not look like it, but I'm confident in my speed. Let's have a race. Follow me if you dare. Alright, let's do it. So yes, what you want to do here is keep up with Dampé. I don't think there's actually a way to beat him. I could be wrong about that, but I've never beaten him. All you gotta do is just make it to the end without getting separated from him. And I believe you want to do it in under a minute. Oh, you want to avoid the flames as well. You can try and take those tight turns, but like, you know, Link... He's a big boy now, so his hurt box is gonna be a little bigger. He's more susceptible to getting clipped by the flames. Like so. My goodness. Alright, let's just stay clear. As you heard the timer, I presume, going down. If Dampé goes into a room ahead of you and you're far behind, then you risk losing the race. So you just want to try and keep up the best of your ability. And those pathways with the rupees, you want to avoid them, of course, because doing so, you know, sends you away from Dampé, and then you lose the race. Oh my goodness, Dampé, it's the Let's Play curse. This is what Chugga Conroy is always talking about. I promise you, I never get hit by the flames as much in my regular playthroughs. But without further ado, just gotta make up this giant spiral slope here. Oh my goodness, I almost ran off the edge. Don't let Dampé get too far ahead of us. Alright, and here we are now. The time of this race was 1:07. Hehehe, young man, you were very quick to be able to keep up with me. Hehehe. As a reward, I'm going to give you my treasure. It's called the hook shot. Its spring-loaded chain will pull you to any spot where its hook sticks. Doesn't that sound cool? I'm sure it will help you. I live here now. Live is a poor choice of words, my friend. So come back again sometime. I'll give you something cool. One more thing. Be careful on your way back. Hehehe. And I believe the cool thing he was referring to there is a piece of heart, so you don't need that. Alright, so you want to open up this big treasure chest here. And of course, as he said himself, we're gonna get one of the best items in the series, kind of, the hook shot. It's a spring-loaded chain that you can cast out to hook things. While holding the face buttons, you can aim with the control stick and release to fire. You can use it to drag distant items towards you, or you can use it to pull yourself towards something. I'm gonna set it to X, because that's what I usually do. I have, you know, my primary projectile on Y, and then my secondary one on X, just like the boomerang and slingshot as a kid. Now when you stand in front of these blocks of time, what you want to do is play the Song of Time to remove them. And once we head on forward, we'll find ourselves in a place I didn't visit as a kid, actually, because there wasn't much we could do then. But as soon as you hear the song, and if you played the game, you'll know what this is. Even if you haven't played the game, I'm sure you know the song. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Windmill, and here we have the Angry Windmill Men, who is the subject of many theories about this game because of the paradoxical nature of what's about to happen. Grrr! I'll never forget what happened on that day 7 years ago. Grrr! It's all that Ocarina kid's fault. Next time he comes around here, I'm gonna mess him up. Oi, mate, you want to scrap right now? What? You've got an Ocarina? What the heck? That reminds me of that time 7 years ago. Back then, a mean kid came here and played a strange song. It messed up this windmill. Never forget this song. I, too, will never forget La Ra, also known as the Song of Storms. Oh, that's some legendary stuff right there. Playing it inside the windmill causes it to go crazy, and it makes this guy even more angry than he was before. But Tayagara, you might be saying, we never played the Ocarina for him as a kid. What's he talking about? Well, for starters, we've learned the Song of Storms. Second, you will find out in a few episodes. Oh no! A storm again! You played the Ocarina again, didn't you? Grrr! That's right, and now look how fast this thing's going. Woohoo! Also, up there is a piece of heart. What you're meant to do is, you know, come out of that little corridor there, hop onto one of the spinning platforms, and reach it. Without further ado, let's just head on through this door and not actually make our way to the Forest Temple. Rather, we want to do something else real quick. We want to play Era real quick because, well, guys, we've got a hook shot. It's nighttime. That's right. Old habits die hard, or so they say. But I have not let go of mine. We are here to collect a gold Skulltula real quick. So what you want to do is head on up the staircase by the entrance of Impa's house, ignoring this rock here, and then you want to hook shot onto the roof of the Skulltula house. Give yourself a bit of a boost. Now, as you can see, before when I said the hook shot is one of the best items in the series, kind of, it's because the vanilla hook shot has, like, hardly any range. We do get an upgraded hook shot later in the game known as the long shot, which is so much fun to use, but for now we're gonna have to make do with this. So yeah, there's our next gold Skulltula. Now, let's move forward. Always move forward, going straight will get you nowhere. If you know where that's from, I'm a big fan of you. Anyway, let's cut some grass and see if we can get a recovery heart. Very nice, first try. From this patch of grass, that is. We're gonna make our way out to Hyrule Field. And as I said before, we are not exactly going to be going straight to the Forest Temple. There's something else I want to quickly do first, if you don't mind. I will see you guys down the stairs, actually. I'm not going to cut, because I want to show something. Now that the whole world is a world of monsters, as Rauru put it, stall children don't come out at night anymore. So you don't have to worry about that, thankfully. But there's a new type of enemy that paroles the Hyrule Fields at night. Actually, I believe they're also out during the day. Remember the Poe from the graveyard? Well, there are 10 big ones out here in Hyrule Field, and catching them is a nightmare. I'll explain why when we actually go about it, and you need to catch them all to get the final empty bottle. But I'm gonna save that for its own episode much later on, because quite frankly, I don't enjoy doing it. It's very tedious, and we'll get to it when we get to it. But first, we want to go to Lon Lon Ranch, actually. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna step outside and let daytime pass. Even though morning is absolutely gorgeous in Oot, I want to hear the music, of course. So let's just chill here for a second. Oh, would you look at that? The cuckoos are already, you know, cock-a-doodle doing. And here's the music, so let's head on inside. Alright. Let's go into the stables real quick, see if anything's changed. Oh, hey. That's new. That's the ugly guy from the stables. Let's go talk to him and see what he has to say for himself. He is still in the stables, right? I mean, surely that guy knows his place. Don't you think, Link? And who do we... Oh, hey. Oh, a visitor. It's been a long time since we've had a visitor here. Where did you come from? Since Ganondorf came, people in the castle town have gone, places have been ruined, and monsters are wandering everywhere. Mr. Ingo was just using the ranch to gain Ganondorf's favor. Everyone seems to be turning evil. But Dad, he was kicked out of the ranch by Mr. Ingo. If I disobey Mr. Ingo, he will treat the horses so badly, so there's nothing I can do. If only I could play their favorite song for them. So as you can see, Malon has grown up, and she's trapped inside the stables. Ingo is gone from the stables, and his face is plastered all over these fences here. Oh, would you look at that? He's turned this place into a tourist attraction of sorts, and he's got a really ugly outfit to boot. There are some people in Kakariko spreading rumors that I cheated Talon out of the ranch, but don't be ridiculous. That guy Talon was weak. I, the hardworking Ingo, poured so much energy into this place. I don't want any strangers like you saying anything bad about me. Listen, the great Ganondorf recognized my obvious talents and gave the ranch to me. I will raise a fine horse and win recognition from the great Ganondorf. Say, young man, do you want to ride one of my fine horses? You pay me 10 rupees, you can ride. Poor choice of words. Do you want to hear how to ride? Listen. Approach the horse quietly and stand by its side. Press A to mount up. Use circle pad to make it run. Once it starts running, press A to tap it with the whip. It will speed up. When you want to jump over a fence, accelerate and hit it head on. Try to jump over a fence at an angle the horse won't like and it won't jump. After the horse comes to a complete stop, press A to dismount. Have fun. Thank you so much. Hehehe. Alright. Remember what Malon just said, if only we could play their favorite song. This horse looks beautiful. Let's play a Pona song and see what happens. Of course, that's what you're meant to do. Also, I don't normally, you know, read the instructions for how to ride a horse, but Just in case this is your first exposure to the game, I figured I'd show it off. So anyway, here we have Epona, and she's all grown up as well. She is a beautiful steed now. So what we want to do is just mess around for a bit. We've got a minute of free time, but you just want to make sure that you can, jump over both fences. This one, like so, and then the other one, remember what Ingo said, don't approach it from a weird angle. So you want to create a bit of space between yourself and the fence, accelerate, and jump over it like so. And then you want to go over to Ingo, L target onto him, and talk to him. When you want to dismount, stop and press A. Hey, young man, do I know you? I just felt as though I've seen you somewhere before. If you use L targeting, you talk to me from horseback. Are you ready to go home soon? No, I want to ride. When your time is up, I'll kick you out of here. So yeah, you just want to mess around for the full minute. Talking to people on horseback can be done, of course, with L targeting, as Ingo explained there. But after our minute is up here, we want to ride again. So anyway, I'll just cut to that real quick, and I'll see you guys in about 16 seconds. Alrighty, time's just about up now. Hey, time's up, young man. You only paid 10 rupees. You've played around long enough. Alright, but I'm coming right back, like right now, I hope you know. You pay me 10 rupees, you can ride. Do you want to hear how to ride? No. Thank you so much. Alright, so, same old dull routine, save a Lugo B, whip out that ocarina, and play Axie Axie. Doing so will attract Epona to you from pretty much anywhere inside the stable, I believe. Also, later on, we'll explain when we get there. So as you can see, Epona has come running. Ride like the wind, Bullseye, as Woody says. Let's get on, and let's just go straight up to Ingo and talk to him this time. You're getting better. Oh my god, look at Link and Epona just stuck up in the air like that. It looks like they're gonna go crashing down on him. How about a little race with me? 1 lap around the corral with that horse. Let's make a little wager. Say 50 rupees. Do it. Alright guys, welcome to Day at the Races. You want to beat Ingo in a race, and maybe we can keep Epona. So, your objective is to pretty much just stay ahead of him. Now, as you can see, he's very abusive to his horse, as Malon mentioned. You don't want to be abusive to Epona, though. Let your carrots regenerate, just stay ahead of him, though, and you have nothing to be afraid of. I don't know the exact time interval which they regenerate, but if you spam them all too quickly, it takes quite a bit, and Epona will slow down because you hurt her. So, don't hurt Epona. But, it's just like good racing fundamentals. Stay on the inside line, and you've got nothing to be afraid of. God, I can't believe Ingo, what he's doing to that horse. Shoot! If the great Ganondorf found out about this humiliation. Hey you, how about another race? If you win, you can keep the horse! Alright, I like the sound of that. Alright, let's do it. He's gonna be more abusive to his horse this time, so you want to try and get an early lead. Even quicker. But again, just stay ahead of him, body block him, let your carrots regenerate, and you'll be just fine. This is a very easy race. Now, unfortunately, I've used quite a few carrots, so we just gotta wait for them to come back a little. Remember, take the inside lines, guys. I need my carrots. Where are my carrots? Come on. Okay, and we are golden. I think we can just spam them here and be just fine. Alrighty, beautiful. Epona is ours, guys. We can take her anywhere we want now. What's up with that horse? Is that Epona? How did you tame that wild horse right under my nose? I was going to present that horse to the great Ganondorf, but I bet it on the race and lost. Shoot! Ha ha ha. As I promised, I'll give the horse to you. However, I'll never let you leave this ranch. Oh dear God. That's terrifying. Uh-oh, okay, I made big mistake, we gotta go now. Don't ride over the Cuckoos with Epona, because now you're gonna make them angry and they're all gonna start attacking you and knock you off the horse. So just keep moving. And what you wanna do is, remember the thing about jumping fences? Well, it applies here too, to freedom! And here's the most iconic shot in the game. Well, not quite, but one of the most beautiful shots in the game, rather. God, look at that. The hero of time on his mighty steed. So, with that, now that we've liberated Epona, and also Lon Lon Ranch by extension, as you'll see. Well, we gotta go talk to Talon at Kakariko Village, but we'll do that later. We're gonna head to Kokiri Forest and stop outside, and that's where we're gonna end today's episode. So guys, my name is Tayagara. This has been another episode of Oot 3D 3-Heart Run. I thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, Epona and I bid you guys farewell.